Neighborhood crime, it's up on the city's north side, and many residents are scared they may be targeted next. Tonight, what they want the mayor to do to help.
Also, the race for Indiana governor. Democratic candidate John Gregg is launching a new offensive against Republican Mike Pence. What Gregg is saying about his opponent.
And inches of rain in each drop adds up. But central Indiana is still in a drought. We'll tell you how the numbers now stack up and what it's going to take for the watering ban to finally be lifted.
From Indiana's news leader, Eyewitness News at 6 o'clock starts now.
People in an Indianapolis neighborhood are worried about their safety, and they're appealing to the police and the mayor for help. Good evening, I'm John Stair.
And I'm Andrea Moorhead. In the Northwest Side neighborhood near 64th and Coburn, there have been nearly 160 reports of burglary, car theft, or even vandalism in the last 3 months alone.
The FBI says property crimes peaked in 2009 at nearly 48,000 for all of Indianapolis. We're on pace to be closer to 60,000 this year.
Our City Beat reporter Mary Mills tonight on what neighbors want the mayor to do right now so they're safe. Mary?
Well, residents say they're doing what they can. They've posted signs. They're trying to watch out for each other. But they also say nothing beats officers patrolling the area, and they'd love to see more of them.
Came back home, and there they were in the driveway, had jumped over the fence. My dog had one of them.
Lydia Wood is worried. She's lived in this Northwest Side neighborhood for 31 years and never seen so many break-ins.
It's just about everybody out here has been hit, been kicked in, especially back here. This house 4 times within 2 weeks.
She fears fewer officers will make matters even worse.
I appreciate them, and our neighbors around here appreciate them. So therefore, don't take them away from us. They're an important part of this community.
Some of the first vandalism was there on the roof, heating and air conditioning.
Helen Lands is also very concerned.
One day we came in the back and the door was just off the hinges.
Lands heads the Glick Community Center, which plans to turn this former bowling alley into a performing arts school. She says it's been broken into or vandalized at least a dozen times.
Right now we're talking about bricks and sticks, we're talking about building, but we also are concerned about human safety too and the response time.
This is 13 pages of crimes, everything from aggravated assault to vandalism.
Barbara Burcham with the Crooked Creek Community Council tracks what's going on in the area. She says people need to feel safe, and right now, many don't.
Yeah, cuts are going to have to be made everywhere. But I think that we have to do it wisely and not where it's a public safety issue.
And the mayor has stressed the murder rate is down 15%. The people we talk to say that's important, that's great, but they also say it's the so-called petty crimes, the break-ins, the vandalism, and things like that they're much more likely to encounter. Live on the city's Northwest Side, Mary Mills, Channel 13 Eyewitness News.
Well, central Indiana has gotten a considerable amount of rain, but it hasn't done enough to end our drought conditions. In fact, take a look at our rain total so far this month. Eagle Creek has gotten just over 5 inches of rain, and there's been about 4 inches out at the airport. Muncie up north has only received about 2 inches of rain there, and back down south in Bloomington, they're just under a ½ inch. Now again, we are now down just over 7 inches of rain for the summer of 2012. And even with the rain, we're still under an extreme drought, and city code enforcement officials say the watering ban remains in place here in Indianapolis. Our meteorologist, Chicago Windler, is in tonight with some brand new information on our next chance for rain, and we do indeed need some. Chicago?
We do. It sounds like, oh wait, we've gotten several inches of rain this month. We're good to go. Nope, not so much. We need it to keep on coming. Live Doppler 13 radar is quiet right now. Our next chance of rain won't be until Thursday, but by late Thursday, we could be talking strong, maybe even severe storms. What do we need to break this drought? Around an inch of rain each week, each and every week for the next couple of months. If we do that, we might finally be able to snap the conditions we've been dealing with. Just for your reference, the average rainfall for the month of August, 3.13 inches. We've already seen more than that this much. Average rain for September and October, also just over 3 inches. If we can manage to have at or above average rainfall for the next 3 months, we might finally be able to call this drought a thing of the past. In the meantime, while it'll be quiet for the next couple of days, by Thursday late, we have a risk of severe storms. I'll track that possibility, plus some changing temperatures in your full forecast.
Democratic candidate for governor John Gregg is ready to take the race to Republican Mike Pence on television. Pence has been on the air for weeks, but Gregg's first ad went up today. And our political reporter Kevin Rader is here now with more on the Democrat style, how it's on display 30 seconds at a time.
Boy, it certainly is that, John. Gregg is known to deliver his message often tongue-in-cheek, in the fashion of tongue-in-cheek, and his first campaign commercial certainly does that.
I think political ads are pretty silly. So rather than have me ice skating or some such thing.
Democrat John Gregg introduced his first television campaign commercial Tuesday, taking a backhanded shot at his Republican opponent Mike Pence. Pence started his campaign with a commercial showing him ice skating with his wife. Gregg's introductory commercial focuses on three friends from Sanborn.
If you want someone that's going to bring people together and have a serious dialogue and be inclusive, then I'm your guy.
Gregg was scheduled to speak on Wednesday to the chamber here at the Hyatt, but pulled out.
Because this isn't a money decision.
No, it's not a money decision. It's a principled decision. You know, I would not and have not in the past, even when I wasn't a governor candidate, I have not crossed a picket line.
Enough is enough. The downtown Hyatt Hotel has been the target of a hospitality union boycott over wages and benefits for some time. Unions are certainly known to support the Democratic candidates, and Gregg is getting union support. But Unite Here, which is the arm of the AFL-CIO and represents the hospitality workers, says it has not donated to the Gregg campaign.
I'm really happy that he's doing this, that he's honoring the boycott.
Bahina says she was fired by a subcontractor for the Hyatt after she testified at a public hearing before the City County Council. For Gregg, it's all in the ad.
But I want to keep Indiana a place where people look out for each other.
Indiana's made a lot of progress.
Republican Mike Pence also has a new television commercial.
If we make job creation job one, Indiana will be the state that works.
Mike Pence for governor.
It is Pence's sixth commercial of this campaign. Let the air war begin.
If you haven't seen those commercials yet, you will. Both campaigns say they'll have these campaign commercials and others running constantly from now on until Election Day. Kevin Rader, Channel 13, Eyewitness News.
All right, Kevin, thank you. And continuing our Decision 2012 coverage tonight, we've now learned that First Lady Michelle Obama's postponed trip here to Indianapolis has now been rescheduled. Now she will attend a fundraiser for the president and her husband on Thursday, August 23rd at Lucas Oil Stadium. And those tickets begin at $100 apiece to support the Obama Victory Fund. That event again was postponed after the July 20th shooting at a Colorado movie theater that killed 21 people. The First Lady originally was to attend a reception at the Indiana State Museum on July 22nd. And the City County Council just approved a plan extending health care benefits to domestic and same-sex partners of city workers. That proposal passed with 20 councilors voting yes, 8 voting no. It will cost the city about $200,000. The ordinance now goes to the mayor, who says he's still on the fence and has not decided whether he'll veto it. The cities of Bloomington and Carmel already provide benefits for employees, same-sex partners.
The mayor's proposed budget for next year does not include any money for Pacers, sports, and entertainment. Back in 2010, the city agreed to provide the Pacers $30 million over 3 years to help cover the costs of operating Bankers Life Fieldhouse. It made the last of 3 $10 million payments to the Pacers in January. The city leases the arena to the team for $1 per year. And some local FedEx employees may soon be out of a job. According to Inside Indiana Business, the shipping company will soon offer voluntary buyouts to a number of employees across the country. FedEx employs about 8,700 people here in Indiana. Nearly 6,000 people would be eligible for some early retirement package. FedEx says it will release more information in October.
The low overcast that was with us through much of the day finally moving out. High clouds are moving in. Coming up in your SkyTrack 13 forecast, we'll talk about one day of brighter, warmer weather, followed by another day with the possibility of strong to severe storms.
And lottery winners, we now know the identity of the people who won the $14 million Hoosier Lotto jackpot. How much money the winners will get to take home.
And the Big Ten has a lot to be proud of. More than 100 current and former conference coaches and even players made the journey to London this summer so they could compete in the Olympics. Next, we'll tell you if they brought home any of that hardware. We'll be right back.